have to tell you that, our shop teacher in auto says, I would go from my vintage 1970s shop to actually a state-of-the-art program, okay? And it gives us the opportunity to really think about how is it that we can actually connect our students. If a student is taking these classes, and you can look at my teachers and walk into those classes and see how it provides them the opportunity to turn on the light bulb for the kids about why math is important in that math class they're taking and why they need to understand geometry. And holy cow, these teachers make them right. And it's like, wait a minute, this is an English class. Why are you making me write a summary in auto? Because you need to know how to do it, and I need to know what you're learning. So it is an excellent marriage of both core content skills and practical job application skills. So it's a great opportunity and another piece of the story here at San Leandro.
Thank you, Linda. A few more programs. We have a wide array of advanced placement courses at our high school, and all the way from physics, science, oh gosh, I can't even, that's all right, no, it's all right. And then we have, of course, a very elaborate sports program where about 700 of our students participate in a variety of different sports. Our arts are alive and well in our district. We have drama, dance, music, starting with instrumental music at 5th grade. We have bilingual education in 3 of our elementary schools, and then our after-school programs are in existence in almost all of our schools with the exception of 2, Madison and Roosevelt, and they actually have their own. These after-school programs that I'm referring to here come from state and federal funds, and our other 2 elementary schools, they have local funds that from the PTA and from various donations. So a wide variety of things happening. So our schools are open from 7 in the morning until 6 o'clock at night. Points of pride. This should be about 10 slides, so I've really picked a few. Our focus is on the whole child. We are looking at academics and take pride in academics. We're also looking at the physical well-being of our students. And of course, that's what Measure M was all about, is really making our sports facilities and our outdoor education areas suitable for the physical activities that we are focusing on from this day forward, so that we actually combat obesity and diabetes that you hear about so much in the news, which is also a challenge for us. And then the other component is we're looking at the social and emotional well-being of our students and providing counseling support or small group or conflict resolution or whatever those skills might be that they may need. And then our students are our greatest point of pride. They're amazing. They're very compassionate, thoughtful students, and they do a tremendous amount of community service and volunteerism, and they could do more and they want to do more. We are working really hard on parent engagement, and then we have so many partnerships already, and you've heard about some of those as well. And then of course you're going to hear more later about, and you heard a little bit from Ursula about joint use in the community already that's going on and that has been going on since 1950. And then of course Measure B and now Measure M. So Measure B, this is a joint use project between the city and the district. This was Bancroft Middlefield, and if you drive down Bancroft Avenue, you will see all day, every day, people, kids, adults, playing on that field, running around that track, and it's really a point of pride for us. And then you may not know this, some of our schools were built in 1915, and when we actually went through Measure B funds to renovate all restrooms, which they will all be renovated by I believe it's by the end of this next coming summer, that we actually found foundation missing, and so lots of unexpected problems. But go ahead, Debbie. Here's what the restrooms look like now. So as we go through all of the schools and upgrade our restrooms, a child will actually go in the bathroom and use the toilet. Whereas before, it was like, well, I don't know if I want to really go in there. So not that bad, but there were a few. So this is another partnership, I guess you could say. This is, on the right is the PG&E. It was a field filled with weeds and the high towers, and the district purchased the land, and it was turned into a parking lot. And I'm asked often, well, why did the district do that? Well, the district did that so that we could move the parking lot to this area here that was not being used at all, converted that to the parking lot, and that made space for the unbelievable Arts Education Center, which will be opening up very soon. Here's a picture of our library expansion and our celebration. This was a huge accomplishment at the San Leandro High School library, which was woefully too small to serve the students it was serving, so it's a point of pride for us. And we thank the community for their support. This is the field, or the corner lot that was vacant for a number of years, and that was purchased by the district for the location for the Fred T. Korematsu campus. And then here's that campus. Amazing. We've had two open houses now, and if you haven't had a chance to see that campus, I really encourage you to sign up, get a visitor's badge, and walk through the campus. It's state of the art. It's just fabulous. And then Linda talked about the Business Academy, and as part of our matching funds, Debbie, could you go back one? Thank you. We housed the Business Academy in a cluster of portables and renovated that area so that it really does serve the program well. And then this is a drawing, and actually you can see in the lower left-hand corner the progress that's being made at the Arts Education Center, and it is coming soon, spring of 2011. Here's that project under construction. And one of the things that we're proud of is Measure B was a bond for $109 million, and through state matching funds, we were able to leverage that money and turn it into $134 million. And that allowed us to do some, for example, the theater was originally designed for 450 seats, and now it's a 550-seat theater. So one of the things we did was create about 7,200 jobs. And the thing about 7,200 jobs, that's people actually working in San Leandro, but they have to get gas, they have to eat, they stop by the local grocery store on their way home because they may not necessarily live in San Leandro. So in terms of, we created that many jobs through the project so far with Measure B, but the impact to the community is far greater than just the 2,700 jobs that were created. So that's a point of pride for us. And then there's Measure B, M. We can't keep the letters straight. And then there's Measure M. And what's amazing about Measure M is Burrell Field in the sports complex has been on a list to be renovated for ever since I've been in the district, which was 1995, and I hear long before that. So finally, thanks to the support and hard work of everybody, Burrell Field in the Pacific Sports Complex will be renovated. And the pool at the high school will not be shut down. It will also be renovated. And then all of our elementary schools will be receiving outdoor enhancements to either their fields or their walking paths will be created, park courses, outdoor. Classrooms are becoming more and more important so that you can actually do gardening outside, and you have a place with benches and a shaded area to actually have instruction take place outdoors. So that's coming. And then John Muir will have a field much like Bancroft has now. So lots of great things. This is, in case you haven't been by Burrell Field in a while, this is what it looks like now. Picture what it looks like now, our little ticket booth, our sad little bleachers, and of course it hasn't been built yet, but this is what a typical reimagined Burrell Field could look like. So we are just now getting ready to do the bidding process and start the conceptual design of what do we want our sports complex to look like in San Leandro. Here's one, thanks to the San Leandro Sports Foundation and Martin, here's one conceptual design of what it could look like. Again, no decisions have been made yet. Here's another design. Lots of options that we have in that for that area. And then here's the before, what John Muir Field looks like now, and here's what Bancroft looks like. Whoops, Debbie, can you go back? What Bancroft looks like, and that same thing will be on that field at John Muir as well. And then here's our pool at San Leandro High School. And the new pool center, the building will be all redone, and the pool will be redone so that it meets code and that it's just a beautiful swimming pool for our swim teams and for our high school. And the idea is keep the ball rolling and healthy living for all of us in San Leandro. There's a few more slides. We wanted to share a picture of our graduating class of 2010. So there they are, proud as can be. Our graduates do go to the University of California. They do go to private schools. They do go to Brown University, MIT, Stanford. They go to all of the typical colleges that you would think high school graduates would attend. They do go to all of the Cal State University campuses, and then many of them start at community college and then go on to four-year colleges, which is becoming more and more common. Given the economic situation, that is a very common shift. Some of the challenges. So I want to leave you on a happy note, and I also want to be realistic. Some of the things that we're struggling with, as Song shared, inadequate funding, and the substantial budget cuts that keep hitting us year after year after year. So we're working on improving our support systems in terms of counseling support, more academic interventions, and then of course it's the new millennium student. And you know when most of you, if I look around our ages, when we were in school, we didn't have iPads. We didn't have all these video games, many of us, and so the students we're serving today, have different needs than we are used to meeting. And so we're having to shift, and we're having to rethink teaching, and we have a very big emphasis on professional development in the district so that our teachers have the tools they need in order to serve the students we're serving. And the millennium student they're a unique critter. And they are here, and they are not going to change. So a lot of this is about us adapting and changing to meet their needs while keeping our standards very high, because they will rise to those high standards. And then, of course, strengthening the partnerships that we already have. SLED is here. SLED, can you guys raise your hand? Yeah. You know, a small group of very passionate, bold individuals coming forward to create a foundation to support the programs that we offer in San Leandro. We have a campaign. In fact, I'm meeting with principals on Tuesday about an attendance campaign, because every time a student doesn't attend school is a loss of money. So thank you again for the opportunity for us to tell a part of our story. I really do appreciate that.